Our story, it started in October of 2015. A family member hugged Xavier and discovered she felt like a lump on his stomach where I had never felt it. But I said, okay, I'll ask his doctor. He had an appointment, already. The same night they called me on a Monday and they told me to check into Randall's Children's Hospital for further testing. And that was Tuesday. We checked in, and then Wednesday he was having surgery.
My sides and right here was hurting. When the bump was starting.
They told us they were removing the kidney. They had to take it out in the spur of the moment because the tumor had consumed the whole kidney. We started chemo 2 weeks after that, radiation. I was like in shock. You hear about all these cancers and stuff, and I never thought it would hit, one of us.
I wish I didn't have to give bad news, and I wish I didn't have to tell families that their child has a cancer diagnosis. I wish I didn't have to look at children, especially adolescents and teenagers who understand, and tell them that they might die. That moment is still incredibly shocking. They are always holding on to whatever shred of hope.
I didn't know how to react. I didn't know how to feel. I didn't know how to be a person. Candlelighters, they came about, and one of the doctor's visits, I think it was through the social worker at Randall's. There's a community out there that's willing to help, and there's other families that are willing to hear you, give you a hug when you need it.
Candlelighters for Children with Cancer, I think, is a hugely important organization for our patients in terms of community and resources. It really is providing for the whole family and not just for the child going through care. And I think that that's huge. We have to recognize that cancer doesn't happen in a vacuum. It happens to the whole family.
It was hard at first because, I was only 13, 14, and I was just starting high school, figuring things out differently. People need to know they're not alone, and that's what Candlelighters did for us. They made sure we weren't alone because we had just moved over here the year before, so all we really had was a little bit of family here at the time. Candlelighters made us feel included and gave us friends. We still talk to a lot of the people that we met there. Now that we're a little bit older, we do volunteer work with them, and we try to give back as much as we can because we were blessed enough to have them.
When we didn't have food, I could call and they would say, come on over, we have a food pantry. When I would call and say, hey, I need help with gas, they would help. When I needed just somebody to talk to, I remember them being there for us. We've done 3 years of family camp. Everybody that's there is or was where we were. You just feel at home. You don't feel different. You don't need to, not cry, not be sad. You could just be yourself and go through what you're going through. My hopes and looks for the future for Xavier and our family is once reach that 5-year mark where he is considered cured. Put this chapter behind us. You were 3 when you got sick.
Well, I don't have it anymore.
No, you don't.